This is Audible.
Frisco, written by Tijan, narrated by Zara Eden and Jacob Morgan. 1. Callie. When two bikers started trading punches in the middle of the soup aisle, my first thought was, why couldn't they have picked the bakery section? The universe was telling me something. What was it telling me? That my life was sad. But newsflash, universe, I already knew that. I've known that since I came out of my mom's vagina in the alley behind Grumps and Hose. That was their witty name for a hardware store. Cal! Otis was huffing as he ran up behind me, and even though I didn't look, I knew he was pulling up his pants. They liked to sag down a lot. Otis was the manager of Friendly's Grocery Mart. He always meant well, but Otis didn't much like to manage. He came in, said hello to whoever was in his path, did a walk through the store, and then checked in with me. I didn't have the official title, but I was the actual manager. I handled the scheduling, the inventory, and making sure everything ran smoothly. This wasn't a position I'd volunteered for, but my second day back, the assistant manager took a smoke break and never returned. Maybe it was my age, I'm 36, or maybe it was because Otis was flustered and came to me asking me what was needed for the second shift. My second day back. Otis and I had history, but not that kind of history. We both worked here in high school. I moved away, got married, never had kids, and I was back since my divorce was seriously fresh. Otis was the opposite. He never did anything. He stayed, and he just kept getting promoted. He'd made it about 4 positions to the general manager now. Friendly's Grocery Mart was locally owned, but the owner spent most of his time hunting or drinking beer and talking about hunting. I could attest to this because he was at Bert's pub every night, drinking beer and, you guessed it, talking about the mystical buck all the local hunters liked to discuss. But since the day I'd returned, everyone took note of my ability to have some idea of what was going on, and like an idiot, I couldn't handle seeing a store falling into chaos. I'd run the store when I was in high school and college, so it was like pulling on an old pair of tennis shoes. There might have been mold and holes where toes were supposed to go, but they still fit. Unfortunately. What are you gonna do? Otis panted as he asked. Callie, you want me to call the police? Asked Ben, our bagger who was only supposed to work part-time. He ended up being here most of the time because Otis was an asshole and called him nearly every day, asking if he could pick up some extra hours. The schedule was